Greetings, my name is Tim Johnson. This is Recovery, Strength, Hope and Courage. Today's video is about getting through the early months of recovery without relapse. It's a battle. You need strength, you need determination, you need perseverance. There's no doubt about that. It's hard, bloody hard. 9 months ago, I was shut away in a room, even though I lived out here, I never saw daylight, drinking and drugging myself to death. I was overweight. I hated myself, very overweight actually, hated myself, never went outside, had no friends, was extremely lonely, extremely depressed. I saw no end to it. I saw only committing suicide with alcohol and drugs. That was the only end, the only outcome. Really, I couldn't see any light at the end of the tunnel. And then I found recovery and a way to do it, which I talked about in my last video, so have a look at that. And also made some earlier videos about withdrawal. This video is about coping techniques really, and new routines and the reprogramming of your brain to get through those early days, because there's no doubt about it. I truly believe, and many others will agree, I'm sure, that getting clean is not easy, but it's a damn sight harder to staying clean and staying in the right mentality and making good choices and continuing to make good choices and getting healthy again. It's a long, hard battle that needs determination and perseverance, as I've said. There's no success without sacrifice, and it's like you're chipping away all the time. It's a long, long road. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It takes a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of strength and courage. So this is really me just passing on my experiences. And today was a real shaker for me as well, because I don't know if a lot of you will be following Craig Joe Davis, who's going through a really tough time at the moment, having relapsed. And Craig, watch out for this video, because some parts of it may help you. And I want you to know that we're all behind you and with you, and be alongside you in your battle. And should you ever need to talk, we're always going to be there for you and always supporting you. So get onto his channel and give him some support, because he really needs your help at the moment. Self-hatred and depression. When you come out of withdrawal in the early part of recovery, it's not over by a long shot. It's just the beginning, just the very start of your, I hate to use the word journey, it's a cliche, but it is a journey. It's a long journey. 9 months on from that now, I as I've said before in other videos, I don't recognize the person I am now. I'm of the correct weight, I'm fit, I'm healthy, I'm happy, constantly positive frame of mind. I have a new circle of friends, new hobbies, new interests, new places I go to. Everything, everything has changed in my life for the better. Rebuilding relationships with my family, friends. It's all happening, and it all comes to you because people don't want to be around negative people. And when you're in addiction, you are whatever it's alcohol or drugs, whatever it is, it's depressive. You're depressed. It's full of self-hatred. You have no self-worth. You have, nothing is going for you. You always see the negative side of things. You don't see positive. People don't want to be around that. You push them away. You either push them away because you don't want to be near them, or you bring them on a downer so low they just gravitate away from you. The opposite happens when you get into later recovery. When you get through this early stage, people gravitate towards your positivity. And I always have a goal now. Every single day I try and help someone or make someone happy, or I make their day happy, whether it's either just giving them a smile, speaking to them, getting a smile back, whatever it is, little things, but always positive, always, someone asks me how I am. I'm great. I'm fantastic. Things are going great. It's always an upbeat. It's always, you're constantly reprogramming your brain. Not that now it is because I'm truly at peace and content. No doubt about it. And you can all achieve that with this strength and this determination. I mean, strength, success is a sum of small efforts, small things chipping away day by day and day by day till it becomes habit and you're making good choices. So let's talk about early recovery. So you come out of withdrawal, you're feeling like shite. You know, First of all, let me just say that some of you are going to have obviously families and jobs and stuff you've got to go back to and a busy life. Um, but whatever I give you in this, whatever experiences I've had, you can maybe take some of them, adapt some of them, follow some of them. You'll always find time in your day somewhere to fit a lot of these things in, and a lot of them are part of your day anyway. So you can do this, however busy your life is, you can do this and focus on yourself. So the first thing, you're going to come out of withdrawal. You're going to be lacking extremely in energy because your body has taken an absolute pummeling from alcohol and drugs, whatever your addiction is. Your nutrient levels are going to be low, almost non-existent. Your micronutrients and your minerals are going to be very low. Your amino acids, the neurotransmitters in your brain, they're not going to be producing dopamine, serotonin, endorphins. It's bloody hard. That's why you're so in those early days, as you know. I'm not trying to teach you to suck eggs here, but that's why in your early days, your first four to 12 weeks, really, you can be in this depression and funk if you're not dealing with things properly. So the first thing and the most important thing to consider, I think, is obviously nutrition. Because you've done yourself damage. To start with, I've got a list here of all the stuff. Because you're going to need to build all this into your new routine, your new lifestyle. It's about planning again. You need to go out or get someone to go out for you and get or prior to your withdrawal, to get all this stuff for you from the health food shop to bolster your, supplementation of essential vitamins and minerals. But I'll just stress, get good ones, don't get crappy ones from supermarkets and stuff. Go to a reputable health food shop, get natural ones if you can without additives or chemicals in, proper stuff. So alcohol and drugs destroys vitamins, micronutrients, amino acids, etc., etc. So to heal the body and the brain, you need to start putting stuff back into your body, good stuff, because it destroys vitamin A, all the B vitamins, B1, B3, B5, B6, B12, all destroyed, or very, very low and lacking in your body. And all these things affect energy. They affect your mood, particularly B vitamins, depression, vitamin D, same, vitamin K, vitamin C, your immune system and health and healing of your body. Calcium and magnesium, two things you'll be really lacking. Essential for sleep, for mood, beat depression, general well-being, muscle aches and pains. Magnesium does wonders for those. So calcium, magnesium, selenium, zinc, antioxidants, and they're really important for libido and bringing all that back, which is really important, obviously, for obvious reasons. So get supplementation for all really strong B vitamins. I take calcium and magnesium daily. I take a really strong cod liver oil, which has A and D, but I get A and D from the sunlight, which I'll come into, onto in a minute. Daylight sunlight. That's supercharged vitamin D as well, which is fantastic again for mood, depression, healing. It stops you getting that sad syndrome they talk about, which is like winter blues. Essential, but you can't take supercharged vitamin D. It can only be created by daylight. It doesn't have to be sunlight. Sunlight's faster, but daylight, which is why it's important to get outside. But having said that, we'll talk about nutrition now. So you build all those vitamins. I'll take the calcium, magnesium. I take I take a very strong B vitamin. I take vitamin C, a very strong one, and that does me. The rest is I get through diet. Now I start my day. This is something maybe to get the body into an alkaline state. In your early days of recovery, you're not going to feel like producing much. So you want easy stuff to prepare. You want to get loads, obviously, of fresh fruit and vegetables down you. Things like bananas, which are a mood enhancer, pineapple, kiwi, fruit. All the colourful fruits are fantastic for you, and colourful vegetables, red peppers and anything, tomatoes, anything like that, really, really good for you. Get as much colour down you as you can. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, broccoli, much as you can eat, raw or cooked, but lightly steamed if possible. Get into your diet. Avoid red meat. Now, I totally avoid any processed food at all. I've cut out my diet. Now, this is not. It's going to be really hard. This is what I mean about getting new habits and making good choices. Besides getting the vitamins down, you've got to change that diet. You've got to stop, and it's going to be really hard because you do. If it's particularly alcohol, you get massive sugar cravings when you come into early withdrawal. Early recovery. But if you start stuffing sugar down you, it's going to affect your mood, and you're going to get depressed, and you're going to crave more sugar, and it becomes another addiction. So I made a decision from the start. I cut out all processed food, anything processed. I only eat whole food. And it's not dearer, it's actually cheaper for me to eat whole food, and if you shop wisely, than it is to eat shit processed. I cut out all salt from my diet, and I cut out all sugar from my diet. And I religiously drink 3 to 4 litres of water per day over the day. And that sounds hard, but it's not. I start my day with a freshly squeezed lemon in warm water. Drink that, and then nothing for an hour. And that's really brilliant for digestion and healing and vitamin C here, but also to create an alkaline environment in your body, which is very, very healthy start to the day. And then it's up to you, really. The thing with whole foods, make sure you're eating, cut out all red meat if you can. I just eat poultry and white fish, oily fish. Poultry, oily fish, but only 3-4 times a week. I don't eat it every day. As much vegetables as you want, whole grains, seeds, nuts, peanuts, almonds, cashew nuts, all sorts of seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, all brilliant for you, great snacking items. I mean, in the afternoon when I've exercised, I come home and I eat chopped up kale with olive oil, chopped carrots into it, and seeds in it. It's a brilliant snack, so instead of just craving sugar, I actually crave that now. So healthy for you, and it's full of every micronutrient, mineral, protein that you need. It's incredible food, superfood. So fill your boots with all that. Whole grains. Don't eat processed pasta. Eat whole grain pasta. Eat whole grain rice. If you're going to, and that's your carbohydrate. But potatoes are fine, but don't fry them, bake them. Olive oil, just use olive oil. It's the Mediterranean diet. I'm lucky over here because they eat like that over here. But I don't eat out very rarely. I cook everything, prepare everything myself, so I know exactly what I'm eating. So you start to do this slowly but surely. You start to build all this into your routines. You cut out all the shit from your diet, and slowly but surely you can feel your body energizing and your moods getting a bit, improving out of it. It's not going to happen overnight. It's a long old process, and it's going to take determination and willpower, and you must keep to this. If you slip and have the odd chocolate bar, so be it. I mean, I did early days. Don't feel guilty about it. Sometimes a little bit of what you fancy does you good. So don't feel guilty about it. But just don't make a habit of it. So the second most important thing into my daily routines becomes exercise. And you harp on and on. I'm not going to go on for ages about this. I started off, you're not going to feel energetic to start with, but try if you can, once you've got through your withdrawal, to get out once or twice a day and just walk around the block, get in the sunlight, get some fresh air. Brilliant mood enhancer. Get your body moving. Start to heal your brain and get the endorphins moving in your body, however you decide to exercise. I mean, my day includes now, and you can build all this in. Bear in mind, I did nothing before this. I was 17 stone, and now I'm 14 stone. Well, just under 14 stone now. But I'm lean. It's not fat. There's no fat on me anymore, And I start my day, my eating routine, etc., which I've talked about, and a good breakfast.